Okay, welcome everybody to another Modern League with Goryo's Vengeance. Pretty much the same list as the last time I played this deck. Yeah, not too much to say. We're going to keep this hand, hopefully. Well, we're on the draw. Yeah, okay. Yeah, gonna give it another go this time. Been really feeling like this deck's quite well positioned at the moment. Opponent goes for Thoughtseize off a Blooming Marsh. I don't know what that is. But yeah, getting some practice in for... This is one of my top choices for upcoming tournaments, just because, like I say, I think it's quite well positioned at the moment. Yeah, just play a Floats Around and pass. So yeah, let's see how we get on. Opponent did take a Goryos Vengeance, so I imagine they have another Thoughtseize. This probably also means they have a push, so I'm probably not going to play the frog on turn 2 so that we can hold up Ephemerate. Just going to grab a... No, we'll grab a Undercity Sewers here. Spell Snare against the Thoughtseize, this kind of stuff. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. Yeah, I'm not going to play the frog until we can hold up Ephemerate. We are able to use our mana this turn, potentially with cycling Pest Control, or just fetching a Surveil land. Oh, it's this deck. I haven't played against this for a while. Creature spells you cast cost 2 less. Whenever a creature enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature, then create a zombie. So there is some sort of combo with this. I'm just going to spell snare that. I've seen this deck maybe once or twice. Let's grab a Meticulous Archive. Well, that one's a good one to put into the graveyard. We like another Spell Snare. Play the frog. Pass the turn. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. I think one of them is probably a Fatal Push. When it dies, return. So they're going to loop these indefinitely. I'm just going to... If they kill our frog, then fine. I'm just going to get a Watery Grave. Spell Snare again. So Mirror Retriever with a Mirror Retriever in the graveyard. Okay, they do have a push. But I think... I don't know how it wins. I'm going to Tainted Indulgence here. I think. Just discard an Ephemerate and play a land and pass. No 3 cards. Beginning of your first main phase. Okay. Well, we'll Surveil here. Maybe oh no, we haven't got a card for Force anyway. Don't want that one. Cycle. Mending. Well, let's pass the turn. Opponent has 1 card in hand. They can they can loop Retriever now. Oh, and it makes infinite zombies. That's why. So yeah, because they have no Retriever in the graveyard and relic. Oh, so is it a? Did they return anything? They didn't. I'm gonna go Faithful Mending. Well, we'll discard these two. So now Solitude isn't actually too bad because we can Solitude a mere Retriever. In response to the trigger. Hedge Maze. Graveyard that. So opponent has one card in hand. So they can pay this to get another Relic of Legends. Heartless Summoning. So they'll pay one to get it back. Oh, mill 3 cards, 1 of 3 off from among those cards. Okay, I read this as just from anywhere in your graveyard. Maybe that would have been just busted, actually. Okay. Right, we can just pass now. Because we have the Solitude up. They're continually doing this. See, they hit. Still no creatures. Yeah, I completely misread this. It has to be from the 3. Oh, it's a card. Okay. So it's in between what I thought. A Serac. Okay. So they're going to stack the triggers so they bounce it first. Oh, this is just... I could Indulgence and then just Solitude. Is this just a draw 2? 5 or more. We got 0, 1, 8, 2, and 7. So we wouldn't have to hit that. I think I'm just going to cast the Solitude. They do gain 5 life. I assume this doesn't trigger. You get to scry 1. Okay, they do get the trigger. Okay, we draw a track set. I'm just going to main phase Indulgence. Go blue, black. Okay, they're not bad hits. I'm not going to attack here because I want to... If they block, we need to hold up Ephemerate. Spell Snare is a reasonable hit as well. So how this works is Acerat costs 1 mana, but with Relic and Heartless Summoning or an effect like this out, they can, if you haven't completed, so they essentially can cast Acerat every turn for free. Every time for free, they go through this this dungeon repeatedly, and each time they go through, they drain us for 1. Yeah, I'm going to cast a Mending here. Want to hold up this one. Discard Atraxa land. I guess we could have gone for Hardcast Atraxa. I've got Faithful Mending now in the bin. Forced Negation isn't great. So they mill 3. They're probably going to take an Acerac back. No, they get me a Retriever, so we can Spell Snare that one. Get the use out of our Spell Snare. I will Faithful Mending. I think. Just digging for Goryo's Vengeance. A way to close out the game. I'm just going to discard these two, I think. I'd rather keep the Ephemerate. There's another Atraxa. See what they mill over. We've actually gone through more cards than the opponent. Herbal, Commune with the Gods. I guess Thoughtseize is good. Yeah, they Thoughtseize, so I'm going to force the Thoughtseize. Just hard cast. Okay, they go for Acerac again. We get to make another zombie. Let's do make a thing. So we'll just, yeah, we'll Ephemerate the Solitude. We still have Force. So they're going to move on to one of these. They go to... Yeah, they make a Goblin. They get another zombie from Acerac. They don't get one from this. Okay, we'll take 2 here. Because we've got Ephemerate coming off anyway. Ephemerate the Solitude. Eat one of these zombies. If I draw another Solitude, which isn't actually too bad. Weird game. We're just looking for a Goryos really to close it out. They mill over. Nothing really of note. They could take another Ripples, I guess. They are a little bit of a risk of milling out. Got 4 cards in hand. See what they go for. Good to have Force and Solitude up, obviously. How many Aceracs have we got? We've gone through 2 Aceracs. There's another Acerac there. See if it looks like they did choose something. They choose another Ripples. Do we force that? I don't. Oh, I am gonna force the Thoughtseize. Okay, another Ripples. So we'll see what happens here. We could attack now. They'll block with the zombie. Delta will play. We could flashback Faithful Mending here. think we're out of Surveil lands. But we are on the A land away from Atraxa, which is interesting. Okay, they mill, they hit the Meat Hook Massacre. And a push. Okay, they choose the Massacre. They hit another Massacre. They do only have 14 cards. Okay, fetching. Surveil. Surveil land to the graveyard. They've got 3 cards in hand. I think I will. Well, we'll fetch first. Grab a Godless Shrine. And then, yeah, I'll cast a Faithful Mending. Just get to pick the best of... Well, there's a Goryos. So it's got Atraxa, Solitude, and then hold up the Ephemerate. What are we Goryosing? Is it Atraxa or Grizzlebrand? I think Grizzlebrand. Yeah. Oh, hold on. We have 20 cards left. I think that's fine. So we'll draw 7. Well, there's some pretty good ones. Go land for turn. Attack with Grizzlebrand in the air. Oh, I probably should have drawn to try and hit Atraxa. That was... Yeah, that was stupid. Try and hit another Goryos. Do I draw another 7? No, I think I'm just going to bring back Atraxa. Bring back Atraxa. See what we hit. So Solitude is the creature. Don't really care about a land. Sorcery. Do we take another Goryos or a Tainted Indulgence? I think just another Goryos. Because I don't really want to play the frog because it's our only blue spell. What could we prismatic? We could prismatic the relic. Then we can't hold up Ephemerate. I think that's fine. We'll let the Grizzlebrand go. Just discard a bunch of lands. And now we have Force up, we have Solitude up, and Ephemerate. The opponent needs quite a lot here. They hit Toxic Deluge, which can't kill Atraxa. They are only on 8 cards. We're both on 8 cards. This has been a Long game. You have to pay 3 life for every one they want to hit as well. Annoyingly, I did hit Goryos, so I could have won last turn. I think I've done that before. Just need to think about trying to hit the next Goryos. I suppose... Yeah, if they go Acerak, they can stay alive. Heartless Summoning's fine. Kills a creature. Could be Toxic Deluge. Meat Hook Massacre. X is 0. They've got 2 cards left. Do I force that? I'm gonna force that. Like, this leaves them with not much mana. We have double Solitude. Maybe we should let that resolve. Okay. So we do get there. It took us a while to find our 3rd copy of Goryo's Vengeance, but do eventually find it. Okay, so against this, so yeah, the loop is Acerak and the enchantment. So I think we want the force to deal with the enchantments. They do have the Mirror Retriever synergy as well. Spell Snare seemed good against all the ripples and stuff. Pest Control, no, we don't want that one. I am going to bring in Wrath of the Skies because it deals with all the enchantments. Prismatic Ending's good. Consign deals with Relic, that's about it. I don't think I want Dispute. I think I want Subtlety as well. I'm going to trim 1 Late Dinner. Maybe trim 1 Mending. The game went super long. Mending was actually quite good. Trim a Mending. What about Teferi? Like, Teferi just bouncing the enchantment seems fine. Trim the other Late Dinner. We meant to go down on one of the combo creatures. Let's go down another Mending, up 1 Teferi. Try that. Because we're able to find these potentially with a tractor as well. This has a lot of stuff. But they thought these are Goryos and we're kind of cooked. We'd need to find another land. I'm going to try this. Like, it kind of has everything we want. We probably have to force a Thoughtseize. Okay. Now this hand is just awful. It's not awful, but we need to find a frog. Okay. We can still game. I will force one of the enchantments here. Well, maybe we just spell Snare. I'm going to go and grab Meticulous Archive, given that we have this Ephemerate. Oh, frog is so... We have to graveyard it. We need another land. Yuck. Okay. Gonna pitch the Atraxa here. So one thing we can do is subtlety, ephemerate the subtlety to keep it alive and start beating in. Okay, I'm just going to force this one. Pitching, spell snare. Okay, still nothing doing. I think I will ephemerate the subtlety. Okay, Acerak. They like have to bounce it. Subtlety pitching this, but then we haven't got any force fodder. Okay, I think I'm going to let that one go this time. What's they get to do? Make they scry one to the top. Okay, Solitude's good. Because now we can Solitude, ephemerate the Solitude. Heartless Summoning. Force Pitch Indulgence. Because that is the combo with Acerak. Okay, still no land. But if we get a Solitude or a Subtlety down, Ripples, can't do anything about that. Still no lands. Fine, Toxic Deluge, Ancient Stirrings. Gonna buy back the Stirrings, yeah. Okay, see what they do. Acerak. So we could either Subtlety. I think I'm just going to Solitude it. Pitching Atraxa. And then ephemerate. Because I'm going to ephemerate just so we have a clock. I don't think we've spent much mana this time. A testament to how how many spells from the Modern Horizon sets are free. Okay, another ephemerate is actually pretty good. Now we get to Subtlety ephemerate and start beating him for 7, 6 even. We spent mana on the ephemerate. That's it. We've gone Force, Force, Solitude, and now we're going to go Subtlety. Depending on what they do, we might not ephemerate the Subtlety. They mill Summoning Massacre Tower. If they go for the Massacre to kill our Solitude, looks like they are paying. Yeah, they get the Massacre. So they're probably just going to use that to kill Solitude. Yeah, that's fine. We can't save that one. Still no land. So we'll just pass. Two ley lines and a relic. See if they take something. Probably going to take the relic because that's their combo then. There's relic. So if they go for Acerak, we subtlety. And then, yeah, we do ephemerate the subtlety. Hey, there's our land at least. Pass the turn. Ooh, defense grid is a bit rough. Yeah, especially with our two lands. And it goes to 7. Yeah, they take the defense grid, which will have to... I guess I indulgence now. Look for a force. Okay, well, if the opponent has it, they have... Oh, they don't have the... Yeah, they do have the full... No, they don't, because they don't have a reducer. Like, Acerak, because we forced the Heartless Summoning. Okay, Goryo's Vengeance obviously doesn't do anything. I'm gonna... Let's surveil first. Yeah, we'll take another land. And then Prismatic Ending the defense grid. So we can subtlety the Acerak. Got a land on top, so we could, in theory, we don't really want to wrath for 2. We want to wrath for 3. They do pick up something. Commune with the gods. Can't remember what that... Does that take an enchantment, maybe? Okay, so yeah, it does look for the enchantment. They find another massacre. They've kept it a fatal push, I guess, for the frog. Here's a massacre. I probably will just Wrath of the Skies next turn. Acerak, I'm just going to let go. Because they haven't got a cost reducer. I guess they can play it again. Draw a card. Yeah, they could just cast it again. Having a land on top is nice because we get to potentially hard cast subtlety. They do go to 4 here. Acerak again. I'm just going to let it resolve. What all the all the while we don't need to do anything. They get to scry 1, which is fine. See what they do with it. They go top. Okay. Draw the land. So he could go Wrath on 2, which would kill this and this and this, but I think I'd rather just hold up Hardcast Subtlety. It's better in case of Thoughtseize as well. They would have to pay down to 1 here. Question is, activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. Sure. The only creature we care about for that is Grizzlebrand. Acerak. Again, I'm just going to let this resolve. I get a little bit of value for going through this. The last time they can possibly cast it, I probably will Subtlety. One, two. What can they do? Dark Pool. Yeah, I think we'll just let that go. It's not really doing too much. I may not even cast the Subtlety, although putting them to 1 seems quite good. Yeah, I think I will cast it here. They're going to get rid of all their treasures. Yeah, we'll just go for it now. They did scry to the top as well. Oh, we do need white mana, so let's grab a... Subtlety at this time. Stops them drawing a card as well. Don't know, maybe this is loose. Should let them draw a card. Okay, put it on top. Solitude's a good draw. Could Wrath on 2 now, but no. Just gonna put them to 1. And pass. Question is if they go for the Acerak. Do we Subtlety it? What is this? Could be a big meat hook. Meat hook on 3. Okay. Now the question is, do we just cast a Subtlety? We definitely do if they go for an Acerak. Because that would use all their mana. I think I do regardless. Boggart Trawler is fine. They could have a push which deals with our Subtlety. Because they have the treasure ready for... Oh, they have Revolt anyway. I'm just going to cast the Subtlety, try and win the game this turn. Like, given that we have the Solitude. Okay. Well, we get there through a Leyline of the Void. Obviously not the most common matchup. I have played against it before. I don't know how we managed to scramble together a win there with a Leyline and not finding our second land for many, many turns. But yeah, like I say, a testament to the free spells. Like the first few turns, we went force, like subtlety. The only mana we actually cast was in the last few turns of the game, so but yeah, a good win. We'll move on to round number 2. Right, on the draw here, an interesting hand. I think I'm going to keep it. It's close though. We probably, depends on what the opponent plays, but we probably have to go Island on 1 in order to hold up Spell Snare, then shock in Godless Shrine. Okay, that probably goes out the window because I would imagine the opponent would take our Psychic Frog. We can discern quite a lot about the opponent's hand depending on what they take here. Okay, Psychic Frog, so Marsh Flats. I think I will just lead on the island. This way we get to guarantee holding up Spell Snare. But either, so, okay, so it looks like it's, okay. Yeah, so what I was going to say is if they took the Spell Snare or something, it's like, what did they get back there? Witch Enchanter, okay. It means they have like a push or whatever. Okay, we can draw without do without drawing any more lands, really. Surveil. Pest Control, no, that's no good. Opponent obviously playing around Spell Snare. Okay, we're in trouble now. This is, in fact, it's, yeah, opponent's going to grab Ketramos. Maybe the hand wasn't a keep. Goryo's Vengeance. What did they grab? They grabbed Solitude. So I'll just lead with Hedge Maze here. Graveyard that. I'm just going to concede. Save us time. They're going to attack with this. They're going to have so much stuff. We don't have a way to surveil anything into the graveyard. Well, we have ways to surveil it, but... Okay, so here, I think I'm going to change my Ephemerates for Consigned, because they do the same role in our deck, but they're also good against them. Subtlety seems fine. We don't want Force. Yeah, we'll bring in a couple Subtleties. Pest Control doesn't do anything. Probably just a Fairy. What about Wrath? No, I think that's probably fine. We'll go with that. Right, yep, be on the play. Yeah, this hand is... yeah, it's good. We've got a way to discard Grizzlebrand. We've got Subtlety as well, and a Solitude. Solitude and Grizzlebrand are obviously a little bit awkward at the moment. I don't know if we're meant to frog on 2. I probably will. Okay, opponent Thought Seizes anyway. See what they take. Okay, they do take the frog. So we'll surveil. Yeah, I guess we do want to keep that. We have lots of ways to discard Grizzlebrand. Okay, the opponent goes for a relic. What do we want here? It's definitely white mana. Meticulous Archive will do. I'll top that one. Just going to pass the turn, I think. Could have gone for it main phase. But it's just not doing too much at the moment. Another relic, okay. Maybe we should be bringing in pest control. Probably not though. We'll discard Grizzlebrand. Another Grizzlebrand. Okay. Let's go fetch land, pass. Okay, pressure on our graveyard, which is to be expected. I wouldn't be too surprised to see them pop a relic here. If they do pop this one, I will Goryos in. Oh no, they can't pop it now. For fear I have Goryos. Thoughtseize. I think I want to go for it. Just kind of stop them doing too much this turn. Yeah, we have to get through them at some point. This is get rid of the frog. They're going to try and do this, but I'm going to surveil as well. Yeah, I'm going to top a land. So we get rid of one of the relics. Opponent's probably going to take one of our elementals here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll play the land here. Gives away information, but lets us surveil. Well, that's why they did that. They may have ephemerate here. Get the hedge maze. Graveyard that one, of course. Teferi's good. Actually, Teferi's really good. It's blue, white. Just stops them ephemerating. I'm going to bounce this. We don't have any surveil lands left, so I can just Godless Shrine and pass. Okay. It enables us. It allows us to solitude this safely as well. It's got 6 cards in hand. Another relic. So finding it fairly difficult to get a big creature in, but we're drawing the lands. I'm just going to solitude now. Play a land plus here. Like, we don't want them drawing a card with this. Pass the turn. We don't have any more surveil lands. So, okay, they get rid of both anyway. Makes sense. I'll grab an island. The opponent knows we have Spell Snare. Opponent has Solitude as well. So we need something here, really. Well, that's a good something, because we can just cast that. So we get, I don't really want basic planes. Just kind of auto tapping and hoping it's good enough. Okay, we find Solitude, which is all we want really. So Solitude, we need a white card to go with it. So we'll take our Late to Dinner. An instant, go Consign to Memory. I'd like a free spell really, but let's take Consign. Take the yeah, we'll take the Delta. Pass. Next time we get to put Grizzlebrand into play. Yeah, we're not really too fussed with the relics now. Okay, they do have another Solitude. That's okay. We're going to Solitude the other Solitude, stop them. Yeah. Stop them killing out a fairy. That's actually really quite good. I'll just grab the swamp and then plus here, because it just means we get to keep up Consign. Actually, I'll keep up this in case we find. Yeah, we get Runner Attraxer, which is really nice. We'll take another do we take another Attraxer? Take Hallowed Fountain. Oh, we've got the Grizzlebrand, so I'm actually going to just take the Subtlety. Another Consign. Yeah. Okay, so we're happy with that. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. We're definitely ahead here. Just trying to protect the Attraxer now. If we hadn't had a Grizzlebrand in hand, I would have taken the second Attraxer. Okay, pretty good. So we expect the game to go fairly long. Teferi is just the all-star there. I think I'm going to cut the Late to Dinners for a couple Wraths. Like if the game's going to go long, just wrathing their entire board. And even on turn 3, just getting rid of a load of relics is fine. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right, our hand is, yeah, hand's good. We need a white card to go with this Solitude, but we have a lot of good stuff. I think I say this every time I play a blue deck against this. Consign is a weird card. There's so much you can do with it. But the best one to do with this is if they go something like So we could consign the trigger here, but I think we're just going to let that one resolve. They don't actually hit a creature, so. But if they go Flicker Wisp next turn, we can. You don't want to consign the trigger that to bounce it. You can consign the one where it comes back, so they just lose it forever. I'm just going to go and grab Meticulous Archive here. Don't want another land just yet. Okay, Traxxas is interesting. I'm not going to... I guess Consign also counts as Relic, which is nice. We want them to go Flicker Wisp here. Ketramos. They're on... Yeah, they've tapped out for this, so I'm just going to go and grab Watery Grave. I'm just going to Indulgence. Discard the Atraxa. Okay. So I'm just going to Solitude. I don't think we want to... Do I Solitude consign the trigger? No. I think I'm going to go Solitude, pitch, Solitude, eat this, land, frog, go. Because now we have a consign able to deal with a... If they do something with Overlord, if they go for a Solitude on this, we might consign it. So I'm not going to fetch here. Make sure this frog connects. Okay, they're Fatal Push, so... Indulgence is good. Let's go land pass. They have 2 cards in hand. With our current hand, I might consign a relic. Okay, I'm going to Indulgence now before. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's do Grizzlebrand away. And then we'll hold on because I want to be able to consign. If they... I'm just going to grab some basics here. I doubt the opponent's brought in... No, we don't want Island. Swamp. What could they have? They could have Surgical. I think I'm just going to go for... Is it a Traxxas? Yeah. Look, if they Solitude it, we're fine with that. We're not fine with it, but... so let's go... Land... Definitely Goryos. Oh, opponent's conceded. So they kind of had a bit of a slow start. We... Yeah, just sort of tempoed them out. Not sure about the Solitude, pitching Solitude. But I think it was our only Atraxa at that point. So, yeah. Yeah, it works out well. We'll take that against a difficult matchup. And move on to round number 3. Right, round number 3 here. Gonna mulligan this one. Just a looter with nothing else. This is okay if we find another land, so I'll keep it. I'm going to bottom the Grizzlebrand because it attracts a pitches to force potentially. We have 2 looks at a land here. I could also... No, because we mulliganed. If we'd kept that hand, we could have just moved to hand size. Okay, Swift Spear, Bauble. So really want to find our land. Yep, there we go. So we could do this and basic. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try and keep our life total nice and high. Next turn we'll go probably play Frog. Okay, opponent doesn't do anything. If they go for like a light up the stage or something, I'll force it. I wouldn't force a iteration here. And surveils. Okay. Solitude's a good draw. Well, we haven't actually got a white card to pair with it, but Frog is a little bit awkward. No, I'm going to play the Frog. I'll probably just block, honestly. Lava Dart us. I'm surprised they're Lava Darting now. Just uses the mana, I guess. I'm definitely forcing that one. Okay, opponent goes land. I think I'll... So if I block and then just discard a Traxxer, yeah, I'm happy blocking here. Like then the onus is on the opponent to do something. Okay, they Lava Dart us. Could just discard the Solitude. Yeah, I think running the opponent out of cards is probably better. And then next turn we just get to slam him with a Traxxer. Gain 7. Okay, they bolt the Frog. But we're fine with that. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. We're at 14. About to Traxxer them. Do I just do it now in order to smash in? Because the trouble with doing it in combat is I'm just going to do it now. I want to just refill my hand. Okay, so we find a Solitude anyway. So go Solitude. We do have Goryos, but we could take Grizzlebrand, but we could go take Grizzlebrand to Goryos next turn because we are going to be short on stuff. So actually I don't think Solitude is where I want to be. I think I want to be Grizzlebrand, Faithful Mending, Marsh Flats. Maybe that's wrong. And then just Surveil. Obviously would have been nice to hit Ephemerate. Just going to graveyard that one. Because next turn we just get to put Grizzlebrand into play and hit them for another load of damage. Opponent plays a land. Well, I find a Solitude. So we'll fetch a Plains. Faithful Mending. Did I not take Goryo's Vengeance? Have I just... what have I done here? Did I keep... no, we drew Solitude for turn. Did I just move something around? I must have just moved something around. So we draw Ephemerate and Solitude. So discard here. And this is turn 4, so we've played a land, so Ephemerate is not much use. Yep. Okay. Let's go to sideboarding. I don't think we want to do too much against Prowess, honestly. I think the main deck is probably fine. Just resubmit. Pest Control is good here. Right, we have... what do we think about this? We have a Reanimate spell. We've got a Solitude. I think I'll keep this. It's not amazing. But I do like the Spell Snare. We like the Solitude. Swift Spear. I doubt we're going to Solitude that, but if they go for like a Mutagenic Growth, I probably will. Okay, draw. Pending is nice. I'm gonna... no, I'm not going to Prismatic Ending just yet. Because if I want to be able to go... I want to be able to hold up Spell Snare for Cory Steelcutter. And we can, if we need to, Solitude the Swift Spear. Okay, so this implies the opponent has a... did they look at themselves? Implies they might well have another land in hand. Put one on top. Take one. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab a shadowy back street so we can Prismatic Ending and then Spell Snare. I think I'm fine with a Force, honestly. So Prismatic Ending here. Then we'll fetch a basic. Because cards they kept on top are likely to be Iteration or Cutter. Okay. That one's fine. We'll take some damage here. If they go for another spell, I'd probably Solitude. Okay, so we want blue mana. Get probably Meticulous Archive here. I'm gonna graveyard that for now. Pest Control is interesting. Could consider just doing it. We do have the Solitude. We don't mind encouraging them to play out a load of 1-drops either. Okay, Prowess resolves. We will Spell Snare that. Okay, just going to Surveil here. Don't want to fetch Shock for this Tainted Indulgence. more blue mana, so we'll get the Undercity Sewers. Another snare. Sure, I think we're okay with that one. Wonder if I meant to just pest control now. No, I think we'll pass again. And I might Solitude because we are at 9. Don't want to die to a flurry of bolts. No, not doing anything though. Okay, that's good for us. Because now we can go pest control. Okay. Well, now we've drawn the Goryos Vengeance. I guess late to dinner is interesting with Solitude as well. Could just discard the land. Let's discard the land here. Okay, so let's cast the pest control. Wait. Okay, we get bolted. Go to 5. I'm gonna need something here. Well, there's the Atraxa. So next turn we can discard to hand size. Potentially. This one is an easy spell snare. Stops us discarding to hand size, but worth it to make sure they don't have an iteration. They do have a lava dart in the graveyard. I'm interested in surveilling here. Possibly could have forced. Things we're looking for: Frog, Faithful Mending, Tainted Indulgence, anything like that. It does have 4 cards in hand. Not too keen on tapping out. Okay, they plot a show off, which is a bit scary. Okay, well, surveil here is fine. Obviously, we'd love to hit a big one here. Frog is perfect. So we'll go frog, blue, black. And now we get to hold up a load of stuff. They could have surgical extraction, which makes it all the more important. We can't put a Atraxa in their turn. Because we want to be able to force. Good to know about the show off. We are on 4, so they could bolt us. If they just go for the show off, we'll force the issue potentially by blocking with frog. Okay, there's show off. Let's dismember. Okay, that one's fine. Don't want to discard that many cards. Oh, I didn't discard the Atraxa. That was dumb. believe I just did that. Oh, that's just so stupid. Just discard the Atraxa to Frog and Goryo's Vengeance it. And now we've lost our Atraxa. Well, that's a bit of a huge blunder there. Because now we've lost our Atraxa and our way to discard. I'll probably just late to dinner a Solitude here. I could late to dinner the Frog. I actually think I prefer that. We get to make a food, which is okay. I do have surgical, so I've been, yeah, reasonably punished here, just for a stupid play. So we could have just gone Goryo's Vengeance, the Atraxa, block the slick shot, we'd have to force the opponent's last card is Bolt. They do have lethal here. I think I am gonna fetch Spell Pierce. Okay, well, that was rough. I just brain farted and didn't do it. So Spell Pierce is interesting. I think we'll just resubmit. Like, all I needed to do was put Atraxa into play. Yeah, we'll try and recover for game number 3. I guess if the last card in the opponent's hand was Spell Pierce anyway, it wouldn't have made any difference. But I mean, I think I'm keeping this. It has early removal. It has both parts of the combo. We just need to be able to discard the Atraxa. So we need to, yeah, again, we need to draw push or mending or any stuff like that. Force is interesting as well. Right, so yeah, opponents kept their 7. Spy Bluff makes sense. So we're going to get a Surveil Meticulous Archive this time. We have the basic Swamp in hand. That's needed to hard cast Atraxa, but actually, given that we're Prismatic Ending, I think I'm just going to put that on top. Graveyard that one. It's unlikely it comes down to hard casting Atraxa, but stranger things have happened. Okay, don't take any damage here, which is nice. Indulgence is pretty perfect. So, yeah, we need a black mana here. See what they do. They put a Dismember in the graveyard. I wonder what their hand is, filled with Surgicals and Spell Pierces maybe. Another Goryos is actually really nice. Oh, hopefully they don't Surgical now. Okay, another Atraxa. That's actually good because it's a blue card. Lava Dart is fine. And we're going to do it in blocks. Another Lava Dart. think we'll just take the 1. Because I want to be able to keep the Atraxa around. So we've got kind of double protection here. And the opponent actually just concedes the game. They obviously didn't have it. I don't know what they had in hand. Maybe it was a spell pierce, and we can pay the 2. If they spell pierce this, I probably let it resolve, don't pay, and then fetch shock. No, I probably pay. If they spell pierce again, we can force. Okay, well, we're 3-0 despite a pretty big blunder in game 2 against Prowess. Let's move on to round number 4. Right, on the play here. This hand is interesting. If we can find another land, yeah, we've got Solitude, Ephemerate Solitude as well. Like we can play with 1 land. Like obviously it's a risk. We'll go and get probably Meticulous Archive. Could actually be black white. It's definitely white. See what the opponent's on, I guess. Black white means any land casts, you know, any of cast Goryos. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get black white. Unless there's any particular need to Solitude on turn 1. Oh, I guess we can't actually Solitude with the Ephemerate. Solitude Ephemerate. Okay, looks like another Inquisition. Sure. Obviously we could force Pitch Frog, but does kind of put a damper on our plans. I would imagine they'll take the frog. Yep, they take the frog. So we probably go, yeah, still black white, I think. I mean, it's a land at the end of the day. And go. We can't force. We can Solitude. We're a long way from force. Fetid Heath is not one you see all the time. Actually, neither is Inquisition out of Blink. I wonder if they've moved to Inquisition because of the amount of prowess. Okay, another land is good. Hit our land drops, which is nice. This goes and gets blue, black, and then we've got some of every colour. This is going to be Philia. Bowmasters. Okay, Bowmasters fine. Obviously it makes Grizzlebrand worse. So the ideal is obviously that we surveil Atraxa into the graveyard. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we'll go and get Undercity Sewer. And just pray that it's an Entomb. If they go for a relic here, I'll obviously do it just at that point. Thoughtseize. Okay, because we have 2 Goryos Vengeance. Take Ephemerate. So they have now could be Sorin. Okay, is this Necro? Right, let's see Atraxa Mending. I'm going to graveyard that one. I mean, it would have been a card, I suppose, for Solitude. Maybe I should have kept that one. Okay, we draw another one anyway. I think I'm going to pass. If they try and flip this, we can Solitude it potentially. It's got 3 cards in hand. This is 3 or more life. We also want to be able to potentially force a Necro, if that's what this is. Okay. This is post-combat main. Yeah. Necro. Yeah, so we obviously force this. Given that we're going to be mending anyway, I should probably mending first. Force pitch mending. Yeah, mending anyway. Discard 2. So we'll do land 1 copy of Goryos. Oh, did forget about Bowmasters there. Did gain 2 life though. Okay, there's a... Unfortunately, we don't now have the Cycler. 3... Given that we've drawn Grizzlebrand, I'm just going to Prismatic here. Really depends on what the opponent has. Could be Shieldred. Okay, it's another Necro. Which is obviously great. They attack for 4. They'll probably pay way down. They should probably go to 1. Well, I guess that's because if they hit 2 soul spikes, they kill us. There's a soul spike. Got another one. Yep. Okay. Necro Dominance. So we want force. Spell Snare deals with Sorin, but that's usually it. Sometimes they run Douthie Voidwalkers though in the board, so you might want that. Grizzlebrand is a little bit worse into Bowmasters. to fairy. Don't think we really want to fairy. I think to dinner's probably a little bit slow. Solitude's fine. Let's just try this, I think. Oh, pest control should go. We'll bring into fairy for that. Could consider Wrath of the Skies, sort of subtlety, I suppose, but it's alright. Maybe late to dinner should be. Yeah, I like Spell Snare. We did see Sorin, and yeah, I think they're probably reaching for their Delphi Voidwalkers. Sometimes they're on Emperor of Bones as well. So I think keeping it in is fine here. Oh, and we did see Bowmasters. Yeah, so yeah, happy to keep Spell Snare in. Okay, yep, play first. Gonna mulligan this one, I think. Not the one lander. Yeah, this is better. Let's go Hedge Maze on the bottom. Marsh Flats and pass. Frog is quite unlikely to resolve. Well, it's likely to resolve, but unlikely to live. Might be unlikely to resolve if they Thoughtseize. Okay, they have Relic. The question is, do I play Frog or do I... Yeah, I'm just going to play Frog, use our mana. So we'll go and get a Meticulous Archive. Solitude. Graveyard. Shock this in so we get to keep the Surveil land. Play the Frog. If they go for a Soul Spike, I'll probably discard 2 cards. Okay, we do have Emperor. So now I'll probably just play to Fairy, bounce Emperor. They exile Solitude. Yeah, so let's just go to Fairy. Return this. Okay, we draw on a Traxer, which is pretty good. Not going to discard it to Frog just yet, of course. I guess how much do you have to worry about? I was going to say, how much do you have to worry about just slamming Necro? Okay, we have a tap land, which is good. To play out the Emperor. Okay, so this is fine because we get to Traxer them this turn, and they don't have the ability to relic, so we don't even need to do that. Plus, we do need to fetch, of course. Stop them hitting our tracks. I'm just going to do it now while they're tapped out. So we've got enough white. We need more black. Discard Traxer. Goryos via Traxer. See what we hit. Right, so we can double Goryos here, which just wins the game because we go Grizzlebrand, and Goryos. Yeah. And then we can discard Grizzlebrand. Exile Flooded Strand. Goryos this. And then we draw enough cards and discard them to Frog. And then we have give the Frog flying, and yeah, we just have 14. We have, I don't know, 30 odd damage. Okay, so that was good, obviously. We saw Emperor. We saw. Did we see anything else? I might actually cut a late to dinner because it's just a bit slow. Bring in one Wrath of the Skies or a Subtlety. I think just a Wrath. No, Wrath just seems too late. Like, yeah. This hand is almost very good. If we could guarantee lands on the top, but sadly you have to mulligan. This is better. You've got Spell Snare potentially. Not great into a discard spell. See what they take. Again, can discern some aspects of their hand, but what they take. Okay, so they take the Frog. Ephemerate's not bad. They played this as well, which means they don't have another untapped black source, which means no Verge. They might be really short on lands. Okay. Oh, Fetid Heath makes sense. We can't actually deal with a Necro very easily here. So I'm wondering whether to go for something. I will. Yeah, we'll fire off this Spell Snare. Okay. Relic. Okay, get rid of the land. Surveil with a, I think it's just a Meticulous Archive. Then we can spell set and ephemerate next turn if we need to. Goryos is a weird draw. I think I will put it on top. I think I value surveilling instead of the Indulgence, especially since we'll be tapped out of Spell Snare if we go for the Indulgence. I don't want to just get got by Bowmasters. So the opponent does. They do, yeah. The Relic's obviously a little bit annoying. I guess we're kind of digging to an answer to Necro. Sewers. I will now get rid of that Goryos Vengeance. Don't want another one of those. Subtlety. Okay, I'm going to shock this in. Subtlety's a weird one. Yeah, obviously we'll Spell Snare or Bowmasters. If they go for Bowmasters here, I'll probably Tainted Indulgence first. Tainted Indulgence and then Spell Snare, but then I think I'm just going to go Spell Snare. And then if they go for a Necro here, if they go for Necro, I'll Indulgence in response. Look for a Force. Voidwalker, okay. Which one am I discarding? I think it's just Ephemerate here. See, Prismatic Ending's a good hit. They have double protection now, so we're just straight up Prismatic here. Could wait a turn. No, don't think you want to do that. And then we'll Surveil. Don't want another land. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. Hopefully this isn't a Traxer. Don't have an answer to that currently. Okay, Necro is not quite as good, but nearly. See how many they draw. Maybe shouldn't have got rid of the ending. We'd love to draw to Fairy. They draw 7, was it? No, 6. See if they have the Soul Spike. They do have a Soul Spike. Exiling, push, and Trawler. One turn too late. Good to have the subtlety for Inquisition. Yeah, that's fine. They'll take one of these, obviously. Maybe I should have fetched in response, but they can't take subtlety, obviously, with Inquisition. Take Force. Not looking great for us here. I'm just going to subtlety that. Get the clock going. Opponent is very obviously not very keen to tap out of relic activation, but we can also start, you know, attacking. They draw 3. See if they've let's go Shadowy Backstreet. Definitely graveyard that one. Need to draw something. A draw spell would be good. Solitude's good, actually. It's just a creature that can attack, as well as deal with annoying other creatures. As to whether we Solitude right now, I don't think so. Okay, well, we're obviously solituding now. See what they do. 3 cards in hand. There's no way we have to get rid of the Solitude before they draw. They might be going to draw now. Because otherwise they'll draw 7 cards and gain 14. Cast this Solitude. Maybe I should be bringing in Consign here. Like it stops this for a turn potentially. Interesting point here with the opponent. It's an interesting deck. How many do you draw? They've drawn just enough, just over what would obviously kill them. Push our Subtlety, which makes sense. And they Soul Spike that, okay. Draw. Spell Snare. Not great. Well, it might be. It's another Shieldred. Okay, nothing we can do about that one. In fact, this is probably just over. What could we draw? Because now the opponent can go to 1, draw 10, gain 20, get a 21. I think I'm just going to concede. I don't think we can beat this. Sweet deck. Yeah, nothing was happening anytime soon. Okay, well that's it's probably quite rough. Like so much discard and so much graveyard hate. I don't think we saw Relic in the main. I don't know. Oh, they might be running Ketramos. Okay, straight into round number 5. Sure, we're gonna risk it. Gets Kahira, which is a little bit awkward. Might have thought twice about that if I had paid more attention. So I was going to get loads of lands off the top like a pro. Let's play the Godless Shrine. We did find a land. Obviously we need a blue land for Frog. So yeah, it looks like it's blue-white control. Okay, we do find the land. I'm not going to play Frog just straight into a counterspell. Want to find something. I'm looking for some stuff to do at instant speed, really. And we're looking to just find more lands. So we want white, blue. Prismatic Ending can go. Force. So if we play the Frog now, we could hold up Ephemerate. I think I am going to play it. Because if they just go for removing it, okay, do have a counter spell. Maybe I wasn't meant to go for that. I think, I mean, the counter spell was pretty represented. All we wanted really was for them to, because we could ephemerate. We like lands. Yeah, Sewers is good. Don't want another Solitude just yet. Want a discard outlet really, because we have these two Atraxas. Opponent puts Prismatic Ending into their graveyard. Well, this is our chance. So we'll force there. So now if we draw a discard outlet, I mean the opponent might have force as well, but I think we had to force that. Delta. Well, let's surveil. Let's grab Hedge Maze now. Yeah, we'll top that one on like Psychic Frog. Okay, the green is probably just for Prismatic Ending. Do we play the frog? I don't think so just yet. I might Solitude end of turn though. It's another, oh, draw 3. Okay. Surprised at that one. I think I am just going to cast the Solitude. It's kind of bait. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for I think we're going to go for it here. Don't spell snare me. Which one? Let's discard Traxer. I'm just going for it while they're tapped out of counterspell. Okay, do have spell snare. We do end with a frog on the field. I should have discarded Grizzlebrand really. Because Atraxa is easier to hard cast. Probably a Supreme Verdict coming our way. Narset is interesting. Could be like Days Undoing, which should be rough. Force. Wrath of the Skies. That kills everything. Because they have enough energy. So now we need another Goryos, but they did show us force, so yeah, we'll just go to the next game. Okay, so against control, disputes in fairies and probably subtlety. Solitude's not great. Spell snare is good. Ephemerate is fine. We're definitely cutting at least some number of solitudes. Pending into, I think I might keep the pendings in case of like, yeah. Pest control out. Yeah, pendings are getting into things like rest in peace, and they do kill the planeswalkers. I think sorcery speed reanimate is not really necessarily what we want. All this is great, all this is good. We could trim an ephemerate. I think we'll just trim the last solitude. Keep a late to dinner in, I think so. Yeah, we'll try that. Not overly convinced, but we'll give it a go. Be on the play. Okay, I'm gonna mulligan this one. We just kind of want to hit our land drops every turn. Teferi's nice. Let's just bottom a land. Just lead off with a hedge maze. I think I'm just gonna keep land drops on top. Keep making land drops. There's an archive on top, so looking for dispute and things really. There we go, that's perfect. Because ideally what we want to do turn 4 is just go to fairy, hold up dispute. I'm going to put someone on top. The interesting thing is if they go for a rest in peace, do we force it? Probably not is the answer. Land go. So with this land we'll obviously get black mana. Black white, I think. Okay, opponent surveils. So they did, yeah, they have a tap land. So I'm gonna go for the Teferi here. It's so strong if it resolves. Atraxa obviously goes into the graveyard. Don't know what I was even thinking about it. I was thinking, yeah, because we can subtlety a subtlety as well. We're just putting all of our eggs in this this Teferi basket. Dispute. Going to dispute back. Hope they don't have another dispute or a force. Teferi's on the stack. Well, Teferi resolves. I'm just going to draw a card. Well, Goryo's Vengeance is a nice one to draw. So they have to play at sorcery speed. We can force a... We'll force any sort of removal on that. I'm just going to force this. Now we just get to Goryos, the Atraxa. Okay, Dispute's nice as well. So this, I think I'm just going to do it in response in their turn. See what they do. Goryos. Opponent concedes. Okay, so yeah, that Teferi was just the all-star there. Yeah, we did see. Yeah, we saw Ashiok, but not gonna change what we've boarded at all. Okay. Spell Snare, but we don't have an answer to some of the stuff they're doing. I think I'm going to keep it. Like, we have an instant speed, kind of draw spell. We've got an answer to counter spell. We can surveil a bunch. Okay. We don't have an answer to a turn 3 planeswalker yet. Let's go just grab a sewers. Ephemerate. Don't want ephemerate at the moment. Another copy of Spell Snare. So if the opponent, depends what they go for. If they go for a planeswalker, I'll mending in response. Yeah, that's a problem. So we'll get Godless Shrine, mending. This probably means they have force. Sadly, our spell snares are pretty useless now. Let's draw. Yeah, Teferi is obviously very, very good. They're going to just bounce the frog. I'm thinking they probably have Force of Negation in hand. In fact, I think we can be pretty certain of it. I'm just going to dump out 2 frogs here. Don't want to auto yield actually. Okay, Solitude pitching Solitude, so that implies they have probably another Solitude. I don't think they're likely to run Ephemerate. The reason I'm not auto passing is if they go for Surgical on one of our big hitters, we can exile it with Frog. I can't believe the opponent doesn't have another Solitude. Attack to Fairy. I'm going to discard at least 1 Spell Snare. I think now I'm just going to discard the Marsh Flats. I mean, it's probably good bait by the opponent. Yeah. So we'll surveil. I'll top that one. Use my mana for this. Well, we find Goryos. Could use it now. I don't hate using it now. The opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Then we can late to dinner next turn. Unless we find a land, in which case we could double spell next turn, which I think is probably better. We don't have any Thoughtseize effects in our 75. I didn't see any. Did they put one on top? Yeah. So one land. Well, Prismatic Ending is pretty good as well. Okay, well that resolved. So that's something. So this makes me think they have Spell Snare. They didn't reveal. I don't think I'm going to go for Goryos here. I think I want to wait until I can. Well, I guess we could Goryos and then late to dinner. Yeah, I'm going to go for Grizzlebrand. Well, that resolved. Okay. Surprised that resolved. Do we just pay another 7? We go to 5. We drew a lot of lands here. Sure. Okay. Oh, we do gain 7 as well, actually. Did we find a frog or anything? So, play a land, no frog. We could go for late to dinner. Just return the Atraxa. We do have Goryos. So I think I'm just going to pass now. Actually, no, we're going for Goryo. Well, yeah, well, they're tapped out. Take to Fairy, Goryos, and yeah, the opponent's conceded. Well, that was pretty good. Decent to get the win over Control, which is fairly difficult. Yeah, really happy with the list. What did we lose to? Oh, we lost to Necro. But yeah, Teferi was an all-star in some of those matchups. Just really, really good. Yeah, don't think I'd make any changes going forward. Let me know if you've got any suggestions though, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.